Hello everyone, let me describe something that's probably happening in your plant right now. And you might not even know it's connect to your VFD. The sensitive equipment, PLC instrument, SCADA system start behaving erratically. Fuse below for no obvious reason. A capacitor banks that's supposed to improve your power factor keep tripping on overcurrent. Your transformers are running hotter than they used to, and your utility company send you a letter power quality penalties. You check everything you can think of, supply voltage looks fine, motor current are normal. Nothing appears obviously wrong. But the problem keeps happening. The cause in many plants is harmonics. So the harmonics generated by your variable frequency drives quietly polluting your electrical systems. And in today's video, I am going to explain exactly what that means, why it's happened, what damage it actually caused, and most importantly, how to select the right filter to fix it. Plain English, no formulas, just a real engineering conversation. So my first point is what harmonics actually are. Simple actually are the simple analogy. Let me start with the what harmonics actually are. Because of the word sound technical, but the concept is genuinely simple. Your electrical supply is designed to deliver power as a clean, smooth, repetitive wave, a sine wave. In a 50 Hz system, what wave repeats 50 times per second in 60 Hz system. 60 times per second, think of it like a perfectly smooth ocean wave rolling in consistent, predictable and clean. Now imagine someone throw a handful of rock into the ocean. The surface is not longer smooth, it's got ripples on top of ripples, little disturbance riding on the main wave. That's what harmonics are. They are smaller, faster electrical waves that get sucked on top of your fundamental power wave. This extra wave happen at the specific frequency that are multiple of the fundamental. So in a 50 Hz system, the main harmonics upper to 250 Hz, 350 Hz or 550 Hz and so on. They are called the fifth harmonics, the seventh harmonics and 11th harmonics based on how many times faster they are than the fundamental waves. By themselves, these individual harmonic frequencies are not the problems. The problem is what they do to equipment, and that what designed for a clean sine wave. And what happens when there are lot of them building up in your electrical systems. My second topic is why why VFD generate harmonics. The rectifier explained simply. So why do VFD specially generate harmonics? The answer is at front end of the drive, the rectifier. Remember that a standard VFD takes incoming AC power, converts it to DC in the rectifier stage, store it on DC bus and then recreates a variable frequency AC output for the motor. The rectifier in a standard drive is made of diode, and diode have specific characteristic. They only conduct current when the incoming voltage above certain level. Here is the key thing. A diode rectifier does not draw current smoothly from the supply. It draws current in sharp pulses only during the peak of the incoming voltage wave. The wave voltage is high enough to push current through. These sharp pulses are not a smooth sine wave, they are spiky, peaky, non-linear draws. And when you have a non-smooth, non-linear current flowing through your electrical system, you get harmonics. A standard VFD with a 6 pulse diode bridge, which is most common type in industrial installation, draw current in pattern that generates primarily the 5th and 7th harmonics plus smaller amount of higher order harmonics. The total distortion from a single VFD like can be 30 to 40%. Okay, now multiply that across 10, 20 or 50 drives in a single plant and you understand why harmonics problem build in large industrial facilities. The more VFD you have and the larger they are related to your supply transformer, and worse the harmonic distortion becomes. A single small VFD on a large strong grid barely registers. A building full of large VFD on a relatively weak supply, that's where the trouble starts. Next point, what harmonics actually do to your equipment. Okay, so alright, let's talk about what harmonics actually do in real plant, because this is where the abstract become very concrete and very expensive. Okay, first, transformer overheat. Your supply transformer was designed for a clean sinusoidal current. Harmonics current create extra losses inside the transformer for more heat than the transformer was designed to dissipate. So over time, accelerate insulation, break down the shortens transformer life. A transformer running 10 to 15 degrees hotter than design loses years of its service life. Second, power factor correction capacitor fail. Okay, power factor correction capacitor fail. This is one of the most dramatic effects of harmonics. Power factor correction capacitors are designed for the fundamental frequency at harmonic frequencies. Their impedance drop, they start pulling in harmonics current like a sponge. The overcurrent trips the capacitor bank protection, or worse, the capacitor fell entirely. And you will ever had a capacitor banks that keep tripping for no obvious reason. Harmonics are often the cause. Next, cable and wiring overheat. In the three-phase system, the neutral conductor was traditionally sized smaller than the phase conductor. Because balanced three-phase load cancel in out the neutral, harmonics current, especially the triplen harmonics, the third, ninth and 15th do not cancel in the neutral. They add up. The neutral wire can carry significantly more current than phases when harmonics are present. This is a real fire risk in order installation. So next, sensitive electronic equipment malfunction, like PLC, instrument, variable frequency drive themselves, medical equipment and telecommunications, all are affected by distorted supply voltage. The equipment was designed to operate on a clean sine wave. A distorted wave can cause unexpected resets, measurement errors, communication corruption and erratic behavior. So before we talk about solution, I want to make sure you understand one number that will come up consistently when you are dealing with harmonics: total harmonic distortion, or THD, because you will see this number on filter specification, drives data sheet and utility compliance report. THD just a way of expressing how messy your current or voltage waveform is in percentage. A perfectly clean, undistorted sine wave has a THD of 0%. Okay? The messier and more distorted the waveform, the higher THD percentage. So a standard 6 pulse VFD with no filtering might produce a current THD 30 to 40% at input. That's a fairly distorted waveform. More harmonic standards requires the voltage distortion at the point of connection to stay below 5% total, with higher limits at certain voltage levels. Your job as an engineer is to ensure that the right installation does not push the system voltage distortion above those limits. You will also see separate reference to current THD, how distort the current draw by the drive is, and voltage THD, how distort the supply voltage has become as a result. Current THD, what you measure the drives. Voltage THD is what the utility care about the point of common coupling. Both matter, but they measuring different thing. So next point, IEEE 519 and IEC 16000. Okay, standards. What the standards actually requires. So let me explain two harmonic stands you are most likely to encounter, because understanding what they actually requires tell you how seriously you need to take the harmonics multiplication problem in your specific installation. Okay, IEE IEEE 519 is the standard used primarily North America. It sets limits on how much harmonic distortion a customer is allowed to inject into the utility grid at their point of connector. The limits depend on the ratio of the available short circuit power of at your connection point to the maximum demand load, which is basically a measure of how strong your grid connection is relative to your load. A strong grid connection is allowed more harmonic distortion than one on weak grid. The critical thing to understand about IEEE 519 is that it applies at the point of common coupling, the meter point where you connect to the utility. It's measuring what you are injecting into the grid, not what happening inside your facility. Some plants have servo harmonics problem internally but still meet the IEEE standard 519 limits because their grid connection is strong. IEC 61000, okay, is the equivalent standard family used in Europe, India and most of rest of the world. IEC 61003 12 specially cover equipment with input current above 16 ampere per phase, which include most industrial VFDs. It set limits on the harmonics current that individual equipment is allowed to draw. Even if you are not facing utility compliance pressure, internal power quality problems from harmonics are real, and the equipment damage and energy waste they cause is your cost regardless of whenever the utility penalizes to you. So what is solution? So First solution, the line reactor. The simple first step. Okay, right? Let's talk the solution, and I always start with the simple, most cost effective options, the line reactor. A line reactor is simply a three-phase inductor, a coil of wire wound around an iron core installed in series with the VFD's input. It called also AC choke and input reactor, or an AC input or an AC input inductance. Whenever the name, it does the same thing. Okay. So remember, I said the VFD rectifier draws current in sharp spikes. A line reactor smooth those spike out. Okay. The inductor resists rapid changes in current, so instead of very sharp peak current pulse from the drive, the current rise and fall is slowed down and rounded off. The current waveform is still distorted, is not a perfect sine wave, but it's significantly less distorted than without the reactor. So a perfectly sized line reactor, typically 3 or 5% impedance, can reduce the current THD from a 6 pulse drive from 30 to 40% down to around 30 to 35%. That's meaningful improvement, not a complete solution, but for smaller drive, for installation where the harmonics level is only marginally above comfortable level. Okay, or as baseline protection measure on every drive, a line reactor is excellent value. So the line reactors also provide other benefits. They reduce inrush current when the drive power on. They protect the drive rectifier from voltage transients and spike on the supply, and they extend the life of drive DC bus capacitor by reducing ripple current. Okay, many drives manufacturers strongly recommend a line reactor on every installation, regardless of harmonic concern, for this protective benefit alone. Solution 2, passive harmonic filters. When a line reactor alone is not enough, which is the case for larger drive and more drives on the same supply or higher harmonics limit, the next step up is a passive harmonic filter. A passive harmonic filter is combination of inductor and capacitors. Again, no active electronics, tuned to specific harmonic frequencies. Think of it like a trap. The filter is designed to present a very low impedance path at specific harmonic frequencies, the fifth harmonics, the seventh harmonics, so that those harmonic current flow into the filter rather than back into supply grid. So the advantage or passive filters over line reactor is significantly better harmonic reduction. A good passive filter can bring current THD down to 8 to 12%, which is enough to meet most harmonic standards in most industrial application. Okay, the limitation: passive filters are tuned to specific frequencies at specific load level. If your load varies significantly, your drives run at different speed and powers through the day. The filter performance changes. Passive filters can also interact with power factor correction equipment or with the impedance of supply transformer in ways that requires careful engineering. So the passive filters are typically specified per drive for a group in drive. They are solid proven technology with no active electronics to maintain, but they do require upfront engineering to get right. Solution 3. Active harmonic filters. Now the most powerful harmonics mitigation sound solution available, the active harmonic filter. And this is where the technology gets genuinely impressive. Unlike a line reactor or passive filter, both of which are passive hardware that physically block or redirect harmonic current, and active harmonic filters are smart electronic devices that actively measure the harmonics current in your system and then inject equal to and opposite current to cancel them out. Here is the principle. The active filter continuously monitor the current being drawn by your VFD. Its control identifies the exact harmonic context, which frequencies are present at what amplitude and phase angle. It then uses a set power electronics, essentially a fast switching inverter, to inject current into the system that are precise mirror and image of those harmonics. Okay, the harmonics current from the drive and the injected correction current cancel each other. What the supply sees is the much cleaner and current waveform. So result is dramatic. An active harmonic filter can reduce current THD to below 5% and sometimes 3% or less across the wide range of load condition. Unlike passive filter, active filters adapt to changing load and varying harmonic content in real time. They work effectively at partial load at varying speed across multiple drives simultaneously. So a single active filter can typically be installed at the bus bar where multiple drives are connected and handle the harmonic currents from several drives simultaneously. This is much more cost effective than installing passive multi-gun on each drive individually when you have many drives in facility. So next solution, 12 to 80 pulse drive and AFE drives. Before I get to the decision framework, let me quickly cover two more solutions that's upper in larger installation. 12 pulses and 18 pulse drive system are an approach that tackles harmonics at rectifier design level. A standard drive has 6 pulse rectifier, meaning it has 6 diodes and draw current pulses at 6 times the supply frequencies. A 12 pulse drive use a special transformer, a phase shifting transformer, to supply two 6 pulse rectifier with supply voltage that are phase shifted relative to each other. So the harmonic current from the two rectifiers partially cancel each other at the transformer, okay, resulting in significantly lower harmonic distortion. Current THD drops to around 8 to 12% typically. An 18 pulse system extends this further. 3 6 pulse rectifiers with 3 different phases angles, achieving THD below 5% in many cases. And they are used in very large drive application, typically 200 kilowatt and above, okay, where the sheer scale of harmonic problem require a fundamental design solution rather than bolt-on filter, okay. Next, active front end drives, which we cover in our video on regenerative braking, also solve the harmonics problem completely because the active IGBT front end draws current from the supply in a drive nearly perfect sinusoidal pattern with nearly unity power factor. There are essentially no significant harmonic generated. If you are already specifying an FEE drive for regenerative braking reason, you get harmonic components essentially for free as part of the package. So next, my 5 question for filter selection framework. Okay, here is practical decision framework I walk through when selecting harmonics my integration for a VFD installation. 5 question, work through them in order. Question 1, do you have a harmonic compliance requirement? Has your utility given you a THD limit? Are you subject to IEEE 519 or IEC 61000? Okay. If you have a specific measurable compliance target, you need to design that number. Okay. If you don't have external compliance requirement, you are designing to prevent equipment damage, which is less specific but still real. Okay. Question 2, how many VFD and what total power? A single small VFD in large facility on a strong grid is often fine with just line reactor. 10 larger VFD on a common supply transformer represent a significant harmonic source. You need a more serious solution. The ratio of total drive power to transformer kVA is under kVA is in K of indicator. My question 3 is your load constant or highly variable? Okay, constant or highly variable. If your drives run at fairly constant speed and load, a passive filter can be tuned effectively for that operating point. If your load vary widely across the day, variable speed, variable process demand, an active filter adapts to that variation where a passive filter can not. So my question 4, do you have existing power factor correction capacitor? Okay, do you have existing power factor capacitor? If yes, get a power quality engineer involved before adding any passive filtering. Okay, the interaction between passive filter or line reactors and existing PFC capacitor can create resonance which amplifies harmonics rather than reducing them. This is the most common damaging mistake in harmonics mitigation projects. So my question 5 is, what is your budget priority? Lowest capital loss cost or lowest total life cycle cost? Line reactors are cheaper upfront but give limited performance. Active filters are most expensive upfront but give the best performance across all conditions and lowest maintenance cost. Okay. Passive filters sit between for a 15-year facility investment. The active filter often wins on life cycle cost, especially if it prevents transformer and capacitor damage. So the common filter mistake to avoid my next point. Okay, let me set the 5 most common harmonics mitigation mistake I have seen in real installation, because avoiding this saves real money and real problems. Mistake 1, adding passive filter when existing PFC capacitor are present without checking for resonance. When a passive filter tune frequency interacts with the resonant frequency of the supply system and existing capacitors, You can actually amplify harmonics at certain frequency rather than reducing them. Always carry out a system study before adding passive multiplication of a system with existing capacitor. Okay. Mistake number 2, installing a filter size for full load but drives rarely run at full load. A passive filter tuned for 100% load on drive that typically runs at 40 to 60% load will perform poorly at actual operating point. Match the filter to real operating condition, not the not the nameplate. Mistake number 3, thinking a line reactor is the complete solution for large multi-drives installation. A line reactor is the greatest first step and provides the real protection, but on the large installation with many drives, especially on a weaker supply, it may not reduce THD through the meet compliance requirement. Okay, use it as part of a solution, not entire solution. So mistake number 4, not measuring the harmonics before after installing a filter. Without measurement, you don't know starting point. You can't verify filter is performance at specified, and you have no evidence for the utility. If they query your compliance, a power quality analyzer on the supply for 48 to 72 hours before and after installation give you the data as you need. So mistake number 5, assuming the drive manufacturer publish the THD figure applies to your installation. The drive manufacturers published harmonics data measure under specific condition, source impedance, load level with or without a line reactor. Your actual installation condition will likely the different. Use the published data as a starting point, not as a guarantee. So the final summary and engineer's checklist here. Let me pull this all together for you. The harmonics are unavoidable consequence of the way standard VFD rectifier draw current. They are not sign that anything is broken, but left unmanaged a large installation, then damage equipment, waste energy and create compliance problem that get expensive. Your solution ladder from simplest to most powerful line reactor always a good first step. Good step also, great protective value, meaningful harmonic reduction at low cost. Okay. Second, passive harmonic filter, significantly better performance, need to be properly specified for your operating condition, excellent for stable load, stable load. Okay. And active harmonic filter, best performance, adapt to varying load, centralized solution for multiple drives, 12 to multiple drives. Okay. And 12 or 80 pulse drive system for very large installation where the solution is designed to drive architecture. Next, FEE drive solves harmonics at the source based all around solution when you are also specifying for regenerative braking or strict power factor requirements. Okay. The right answer depends on your compliance requirement, your total drive power relative to your supply, your load variability and your existing PFC equipment and your life cycle cost perspective. If this clears something up for you, like that moment where the transformer overheating and the capacitor tripping finally makes sense together, hit the like button, share with your power quality or commissioning team and subscribe for more engineering content at this level of depth. See you in next video. Thank you very much and please subscribe my I Become Engineer channel. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.